Today, let's talk about birth plans. So it's a good idea to have a birth plan regardless of where you're choosing to give birth. So if it's at a hospital, a birth center, or even at home, a birth plan can play a vital role in having a successful natural birth. So I remember when I was pregnant with my first and it came time to write my birth plan, I found myself constantly procrastinating and just kept pushing it off and off. And it wasn't that I didn't think it was important. In fact, I felt the opposite. I found myself completely overwhelmed, worried that I would leave something out, or maybe there was something that I wasn't even aware of that I didn't include. So I finally began drafting my plan, and by the time I was done, it was 3 pages of all the things I wanted to have for my picture-perfect birth. And I remember I went over my plan with my husband, and I should just say he happens to be a very matter-of-fact, to-the-point type of guy. And his first response was, it was way too long. So we sat down together and prioritized what was most important. And as we were writing our plan out together, we discovered some valuable tips. So today I want to go over and share with you 3 simple things that you can do that will help make your birth plan effective and efficient. Okay, so tip number 1 is length. As I was just talking about, keep your birth plan short and to the point. So I recommend keeping it to just 1 page. The reality is that doctors, midwives, and nurses, they're busy people, and if you present them with this novel, they just won't have the time to read it. Number 2 is prioritize. Because it's important to keep your birth plan to a page, you'll need to prioritize what is absolutely most important to you. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to forget about all the other things you would have wanted to include. They'll just need to be passed on to what we refer to as your gatekeeper or your birthing partner. For example, maybe you'd like to have dim lighting and essential oils in your room, but it's not among one of the most important things. So let your birth partner be in charge of all the other aspects such as that. Tip number 3 is language. So your language is very important when writing a birth plan. So instead of writing down a bunch of demands, you'll want to reframe your plan to instead include wishes or preferences. This will create a better rapport between you and your birth team. So plans can change, but wishes and preferences should be respected. Especially if the tone of your plan is written in a respectful manner versus a brass going to battle type of vibe. I find that when there's a mutual respect between you and your birth team, labor is so much more peaceful. So remember these 3 tips when you're writing your birth plan. Now, if you find yourself procrastinating like I did and not sure what you want to include, I'm going to attach my personal plan that I used for both of my natural births. So you are welcome to add or change anything you like. You might find it just as a helpful guide to help get yours going. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website for more tips and information on natural childbirth.